has everything.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. Alrighty, welcome to the neighborhood. Inae's been waiting on this one.
I can't believe she's in here.
SZA is in the neighborhood.
excited.
Welcome to the neighborhood, my love.
Having me in the neighborhood.
Your headphones and everything cool over there?
I think so.
All right, cool in the game. She got some hair jackets all in the headphones
God,
and
I love her
everything.
hair.
When
I
I
ain't
record,
mad.
it's the same issue.
Really though?
Yeah.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you take your hair and shave it up on the side so headphones can go right on it?
That's like pineapple it on the top.
Or shave right through the middle. That'd be dope as hell.
Exactly.
And it'd be original.
Functional.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to do it today. SZA, think about it. You know what I'm
Watch,
saying?
she's gonna do it.
Yeah. Then what she doing, we like, see the influence that we have? Let's believe
told
that.
her.
Now, we know you as SZA with Top Dog, but of course
Yes.
when people say, oh, you know, like, people don't understand that there's a road before you get to anywhere. And how long did you know, like, okay, you know, I got vocals and I can perform, I can sing?
I think every day is like a new discovery.
Right.
Because I never sang.
Were you a kid
before.
when you knew?
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
really?
I was into gymnastics and dance, like super heavy as a kid, like very into physical sports.
Mm-hmm.
Not that singing is not like a physical, but it was more like I felt like I get my body, I get my movement, like I can get into this. But singing was more like an accident, which is probably why it worked out the way it
Damn.
did, because I didn't try. It was just kind of I don't know, it was like a blessing, and then like all my friends just like forced me into this really uncomfortable situation where it's like, you're a singer now.
Yeah, you're like, all right. And you write as well, though. So how does that
do.
come along?
I love to write. Like
Were
even
you
if I wasn't
writing
a singer,
before you
yeah.
discovered the voice?
Yeah, so
right.
like
Did you
in
know you were writing
school-
songs?
No,
Yeah.
I was writing a lot of poems. My sister's actually the better poet. Like
Well, don't
of
let her
my
know
family.
that. Don't.
Oh, she knows.
Oh, okay.
She's on her third master's degree. She definitely knows.
That's
Tell her get one of those to
amazing.
me, because you know I dropped out. You know
Wait,
what I'm
me
saying?
first, me first.
Okay, you get one.
started.
But you were going to school to be like a marine biologist?
No, I failed. I failed out of everything because I was smoking weed. But
Goddamn gateway.
Okay, wait.
Now look at this
but I went
successful
to
music
school.
career and all this.
I love school and I was good at school, but I was bored.
Right.
When I'm really bored, I think
Needed more of a challenge, and
I
you
need
know.
satisfaction to like complete anything in life. So music was just very satisfying. It's still something that's very satisfying because it's very confusing and I don't understand.
Let's get back. So you were writing a lot of poetry, writing poems
Yeah.
first, and
Yeah.
then you realized, like, man, wait, I can probably sing these beforehand.
Yeah. Well, no.
Uh-oh. She's like, yes. Like, hold on, wait, you putting my
no,
words in my mouth.
I didn't. I was like, yes, that makes sense.
Like,
That's my story.
but it didn't go like that.
Wait, no, that's not how it happened.
No, basically my brother was making that album at the time, and he was like, "Come sing this," like, and I'm just like, "What?" And then I sang some things. My voice sounded really nasal, like my speaking voice is also very nasal. But I didn't like to hear the way I sounded on tape, and he was like, I'm like, "What do I say?" He was like, "Just say what you feel." So I started just like going through. He's like a very brilliant, like introspective, like very articulate, eloquent person. So the place that he was coming from in terms of like teaching me to make music and make sounds was coming from like, speak what's honest, like what's in your heart, speak like your point of inspiration. And at the time it was like pain and ugly things, but it was honest, and it was like, this is what makes sense to me. But I've never had any other introduction to music, so it was like.
Do you remember what you were singing?
I do. And so my first project, SZA Run, was like a collection of songs that I made with Daniel. So I was talking about I'd rather die than be your slave, slip my wrist wide and take the stage, like random. I was dealing with a lot of like, I want to be my own person. I disappointed my parents. I failed out of school. Like, I wasted a gang of their money. Like, my boyfriend thinks I'm a waste of his money and time.
Damn.
Like there was a whole bunch of things that I felt like I belonged to other people because I was feeling them, but it was really more so about the way I even felt about myself.
Was music and is music therapeutic for you, SZA? Like, you know,
Yeah. It's like stressful, but also therapeutic. It's weird. It's very like.
What parts are stressful?
All of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a task, and because it's something that I'm unfamiliar with, like the people, the process, the risks, the courage that it requires. Like, there's a lot of things of like, in order to really succeed, you have to live on the outside of like your own body, like the outside of your skin. And that's very difficult for me naturally because I don't know. Like I would never volunteer to be that way in any other instance. Like I don't think I would also not recommend it to anyone else to volunteer. But I think, it's like when you hit your flow of like, I don't know what this means for you in particular. Like what are these lessons teaching you? Like what are these songs and like the process of like growing and getting through these fears, like sitting here with you is a fear, or being like, I don't know, talking in a room, or this album comprised of telling my business, or you know, these like it's just like breaking fears and courage. And I know on the other side of your fears, the shit you really want.
Yeah.
I want that.
Go ahead, hon.
What have you learned about yourself, most importantly, since the start of your career? Because you've came a long way, and I know that like in the beginning, you didn't really mean to sing, like it wasn't your thing, but you've came such a long way.
Yeah, it's actually it's weird. I was sitting in the car and I was like riding with Punch the other day, and I was randomly thinking about my future in terms of like, I don't know. I think 5 years ago I was like, I think I just want like a cult fan base and like maybe like 200 people like in my show, but like I could always tour and like do things. And then like after that I was like, I think I just want to like put out an EP and like I'll just keep putting out EPs and it'll be like a thing. And then I was like, I think I think I want to play Coachella, like random things, like, but it's so weird. It's also new and bizarre to me. I can't even envision myself past here, like,
that's
because
crazy.
I'm always just like.
But do you ever trip off of like, if you rewind 6 months, a year ago, a year and a half, 4 or 5 days, it's like, damn.
My homegirl has that app to where it reminds you to where you were on that exact day,
Time
however
Hop.
many years ago.
Oh,
Time Hop.
what is it called?
Time Hop.
Oh Lord, I don't want to read that shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Man.
She
Time
always
machine.
hits me off with like crazy, like historical moments, like in my life, like markers where we were like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it's always just like, what?
Like I did what?
About?
Yeah, like I wore that. Are you
Like
sure?
yeah, this is when you left school. Like you got that in the app, girl.
Right. Yeah.
Get that off the app. You know, but it hasn't even. It's begun, but we haven't even seen it yet
At all.
You know what I'm saying? Are you surprised? Not surprised. Are you ready for the journey? Because you've been on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I have been on it. I definitely feel like something different is happening that I don't know if I'm ready for it, because I don't know if anyone is ready for it.
Right.
But I'm excited.
Yeah, accepting.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that, but I was like, is that like the proper word that I want to use?
Well, you're here with us. So we're not going to correct you on too much. You know what I'm saying?
This album has been driving me crazy. It was supposed to drop February 3rd.
Was
then that was that's
Well, that's what we
I had
heard.
That's what I
Or
heard.
that's what she told us.
That's
She
what
did.
I had marked down in my calendar. Then it didn't drop, and I just want to know
Punch
why.
told us. No, I'm just playing.
Punch sent me a message.
Punch,
now.
what the hell? No, I didn't.
Why did you decide to name it Control? I really thought you were
And
gonna
you're
name
missing
it
some
A.
of the letters in there, so it's obvious you did fall out of drop out of school. But go ahead.
I know.
I really thought you were gonna name this next album A.
Well, I felt like was. So, okay, short story, reading about Transcendence and about like how Transcendence is actually a departure completely from a state that you
Okay, you
are
lost.
in.
Yeah, I'm
and
like
then when
following
I
the
sitting
I'm
over
following
here.
you. I'm following
No,
you.
hold
like,
on. She shouldn't have
basically like when you're learning about like when you're growing, right? As a
Right.
person.
Oh, okay.
And you have these stages. You can either learn a skill and graduate to the next stage, or you could skip some whole shit altogether and become a new person. And by like, whatever the event is, it could be death, it could be joy, it could be whatever, but something sparks you to skip these moments. So at some point, I think maybe the amount of trauma, maybe self-inflicted trauma, external trauma, like it was just all too much. And I think I just like completely, I don't know, like A just became a whole nother thing. It was like maybe when I first started the album, it like made sense, and I was just like, yes, this is like a continuation of like where I came from,
Right.
and this is like, and it's not that I still can't do that, but it's
Right.
also like it's really been 4 years, and I've really lived an incredibly different life in terms of like I've buried so many people, I've lost a lot of things, I've gained a lot, I've learned a lot, and I'd rather transcend than graduate.
I love that. What can we expect different from Control versus Z?
Maybe a little more honesty, maybe a little more courage. I also did not know that I was singing in falsetto the whole time.
Right.
It was crazy. Like, nobody told me. Well, everybody did tell me, but I was like, no, y'all niggas are hating. You don't even know.
You don't even know what falsetto is.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm just singing a little higher right now. Stop
A little
it.
softer,
Yeah, can I?
honestly.
Yo.
But no, I was wilding. I didn't know that until someone else asked me to play my music for them, because I don't listen to my own music when I'm not around, like when I'm not making it or like performing it.
Yeah, girl, listen to this. This is me. Like,
I'm like, right, let's vibe. Let's catch a
what we
vibe
doing
on
tonight?
me.
Rolling. Here, pop me in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pop me in real quick. Show you right.
Trust me.
Right here.
No, yeah, and it was my friend's boss, and he's like a dick, and he was just like, what's going on? Well, let's hear what this whole thing is about. Like, let's see what this hype is about. And I'm just like, okay, like, sure. And I pulled up Babylon on the internet.
Love it.
And I could barely hear myself. I had the whole,
It's very low.
I'm like, the volume just like going all the way up.
It's like max.
It was just right after a tour, so I'm playing like the same songs with like a 4-piece band and not singing in falsetto, and also learning who I am on stage, because who I am on stage is a lot like louder than who I am.
Personal.
Yeah, but it's weird. I don't know how to access that like consciously yet.
You're gonna get there.
We just watching evolution right now.
I don't know what's going on.
Like, she's watching it too. Like, I don't know.
I love it.
I love how
what this
accepting
is.
you are of it. I'm just like, yeah,
I
this
was
is-
definitely was not always accepting. It's just really scary, and it gets to a point where it's all so scary and so new that it's just like, I might as well just.
Has there been anyone who's helped you navigate through being in the music industry as a woman? Because I know there's a lot of people who can give you advice, and it is a very male driven, industry. But has there been someone who's helped you on that side?
You know what's weird? I don't have any I don't know any older female. I know this sounds really weird.
No.
But in this particular industry, I don't know any older female women personally. Or
Right.
even like, I don't know. Like, yeah, no.
Right, yeah. But
Do you wish there was?
For sure. Like, I wish, I don't know. I wish, it's weird. It's like I have a mom and she's like amazing. So she's like the apex of women in my brain for like what I want to aspire to be as a woman.
That's awesome.
So that also may be why I don't look for mentorship
See?
in
Get out
women
somewhere
in the
else.
business. But at the same token, I also waited long as hell to even ask my own mother for advice, because I'm super hard-headed and just like think I be knowing shit.
Right. Let me figure this out. Okay, that's why I broke my hand.
I mean,
Just asked her.
being part of TDE, like it seems like you guys have obviously like a big family, and it's like they're your big brothers, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh my
who
God.
are you the closest to?
Oh my God,
Who's your favorite?
Uh-oh.
Pick one.
I would never say that. No, seriously, they're all so different and so amazing. I just spent the best day with Q in New York the other day. Like, for the first time, we spent like the whole day together.
Yeah,
It was,
that
like,
dude, that's my guy
He's
too.
so fun. Like, and I knew he was fun because, like, obviously you're Schoolboy Q and like, we've been on the same label forever. But like, no, he's so just like generally fun. Like, it was the day I got signed, and he was like, "Come on, we going. This is," and we were just like mosh pitting in the middle of a 21 Savage, so like in the crowd
As you should,
on the
though.
lower, and no, we were just like shoving people and like getting drunk.
You
I
want to
don't
be a
even
little
drink.
careful with that too, because it's gonna be lawsuits when you
love
start
it.
shoving people. So like,
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you straight up. No matter what people think, like, "Oh, Biggs, all right, you shoved me, I'm suing you." Just be.
no, the way these people were like literally shoving each other like on some like nobody cares about.
Yeah,
this
but
feature.
if the little dude over here shoves me,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yes.
You accuse shove me, I'm suing. It's a whole. Okay, well, all right. I'm trying to tell you, you're hard headed. You're hard headed. You're stubborn. You're stubborn. I'm trying to drop these jewels on you, but go ahead. I don't know what to
let
do.
me mosh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and mosh then. Show you right. You had one night there.
I was just gonna say congratulations on. Is it a cosign with RCA now?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Definitely have a deal.
Because
Go ahead.
I was looking at it, I was like, I don't know if maybe I'd never paid attention to it before, and probably there are other artists like that. But
Yeah.
congratulations. How does that feel?
Thank you. Awesome. I guess it's like, like, doesn't ASAP have one with like Sony, like his whole? I love.
I'm pretty
when, like,
sure there's
people
more
bring,
artists.
Yeah.
I love
that-
when people bring like groups of like people, like in terms of like energy, like joining energy.
Yeah.
rather than, like I still feel free. I feel respected.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Like, it's like more support.
Yeah, I'm just like less poor. So
Yeah, you know what I'm
More
saying?
money.
I'm
Yeah,
into
no,
it.
less poor. There's a difference.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
there's definitely a difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't buy that yet.
Nah.
But hey, I can get this. You know what I'm
exactly.
when I couldn't get that back there before. Yeah, less poor. You got to know it. Believe that. How is it being a part of that TDE family?
I love them. I love them. When I was trying to break them down individually, but I got stuck on Q. I just really I love them all separately as people. Like I feel like I could be related to them, which is why we be getting at each other and like
That's awesome.
whatever the case may be. But I also feel like, I don't know, like what I know of them, I can count on what I know of them. And that's way more than I can say for a lot of people. Like, it's just interesting. Like, it's just, there's nothing there. Everything is no chaser. It's direct. You don't have to wonder about shit. It just, and that's kind of comforting in a weird way.
Yeah, it kind of scares me. I mean,
that's
they're gonna tell
awesome.
you what they feel about you for real.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like, it's never
All
gonna
right,
be
if
nothing
you had to
cute.
run in and rob a bank right now, who from TDE do you run in with?
Definitely Q.
All right, Q.
Definitely J-Rock, because he's
J-Rock.
scared of shit.
Yeah.
He's not scared of nothing.
J-Rock run up in there and be like, oh, damn, he back.
I love J-Rock.
J-Rock is back. All right,
Yeah,
let's say, for instance, you just wanted to go have a chill night and just watch a movie at a movie theater, just hang out. Who from TDE do you go out with?
Probably Zay or Soul, because me and Zay love watching movies, and like he just watches anything.
You want to watch this? Oh, okay, I guess so.
Yeah, sure.
Sounds fine with me.
He's down for the trip.
If somebody were to cook you a meal from TDE and you had to sit and eat, who cooks for you?
She risky.
Yeah, damn, it's not one person
Not
in there.
one. Wow.
Wait. Okay, well it's Red, but he's
Oh,
he's
Red.
a manager, but he's not an artist.
Right.
But who can cook? I cook.
Okay, so
I'm the
you have to
cooker
cook for
of
yourself.
everybody.
All right,
So
Cool.
it would be that. I'm
Cool
like,
in the
"Ooh,
game."
What do you cook?
anything, literally anything. And I know people say that and it's like gas, but it's not. Like I could really cook anything, like anything
What's your
you possibly.
what's your like
Signature
that's my
dish.
yeah,
Go
your
to
signature.
dish. Like if you were saying you
Signature
bringing
dish.
something for
You're
us,
bringing something to us.
which you didn't bring. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Normally people do.
How
Thought
do
for sure when you were
What if
20
I just
minutes
came in
late
with,
that you were gonna bring something
some
to
baked
eat.
Chicken wing. You gonna be wild out when I just walk in with some baked chicken wings. And just,
Well, we would have,
Let me
but
tell
I
you.
mean, where are they?
Yeah, you're not gonna walk in with baked
Chicken
chicken
wings are
wings.
my
favorite.
No, that's me. You know what I'm doing.
I
You'll
love
never walk in
bringing
there with
food.
baked.
Never.
I love bringing food. I love excuses to make food, like just for exorbitant amounts of food.
So where
It's
is it?
crazy.
You didn't think we'd be hungry
Right.
today?
I was wild.
Why? Just
big
because
crew.
we ate yesterday?
I just woke up.
Oh, you woke up like this?
I did.
Oh, okay. All righty, I ain't mad at you. All righty, well, it'll be greater later then.
Yes,
it will.
we're gonna have to have a
Greater.
cookout.
later.
If you could sit down and have just a conversation, a deep conversation with someone from TDE,
Definitely.
who would it be?
So
Really though?
you don't use
that's my guy.
segues at all, so you don't know like that the topic
When it
is
stops.
switching.
Yeah, like,
or what's
whoa.
going on. But
Right.
it's just like you're in another thing, and you're like, okay, I'm with you.
All right, yeah.
moving on.
Right.
Okay, so now we're talking about Mars. All right. Okay, this
That's
works.
what I
Okay,
hear.
okay, cool. First, okay, we were talking about Netflix. Now we're talking about Mars. All right. Big Boy
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Oh man.
What is that?
Sisters in the neighborhood. She's trying to get on the big boys. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You'll get it.
If you don't get it, the album's not coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talked to Top, and he was like, "Man, I need some big boys on there." I was like, "All right, we'll see."
I definitely need some.
When does the album drop for you? Now you see you saying that in here as an artist. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then when we going to do it, everybody will be like, "We really don't need this shit in here." Like, what did you tell Big? You know what I'm saying?
I can't tell you the day because I don't think I'm allowed to say
Mm-hmm.
the day, but it's really, really, really soon. I know I've been saying
Ay,
that,
ay, ay.
and I know, but it's not my fault because niggas was
completely
lying
done,
to me.
Getting
completely
anxiety.
sequenced, completely mixed, ready. It's done.
It's okay.
sequenced, mixed.
We were sequencing last night.
okay.
It's mixed,
Okay.
and there are some slight edits and transitions.
Okay, well, let's just do this. Let's just be on the safe side. 2017.
yeah,
There,
definitely.
no, see, that's all you need. You know,
No,
you-
but
you yourself alone.
summertime.
Okay.
In the LBC,
Summertime.
let me hear you say, ooh, ah. Sorry about that.
Thank you for that.
Oh, no
I,
problem.
I
baby girl.
appreciated
so,
that.
So where's home plate? Where did you grow up? Where?
Like Jersey and St. Louis. My parents were in corporate, so I was just kind of like always at my granny's house.
Did you know you didn't want to be in
Assorted
corporate? So-called
No,
corporate
I
America?
wanted to be in. Yo, you couldn't have told me that I had like my little cardboard desk. in the corner. Like I had my paperweight. Like I used to collect paperweights just with no paper to like.
Yeah.
All of these.
The paper was coming though.
I feel right. Like I feel very official. Like I there's nothing I wanted more than a cubicle, like or like a corner office. Like,
Did your family, were they supportive of your music career?
It definitely was a hobby at first, and I think they were like as polite as Black parents that want more for their kids could be about a potential hobby. So it's just like, that's real nice.
But
Sure, you do that in your own time.
Yeah.
Let me know how them grades is going. And it was just like,
And so you were in college,
yeah,
and
I was wilding out. But I
that
just,
freedom too, huh?
I've been free.
Oh.
It's really when I got to like 17, I just got really free, and I graduated high school like a year early because
You just telling us you're not bragging on us.
Look at her. She's smart.
No, not like that. But I was younger than everybody, so I was always like just kind of like a little more naive, a little more like confused, a little more like. But I was in college at like 17, like just being
University?
wilding out. Yeah, like just
See, that's where you. I don't want to say that's where you messed up at. See, I went to City College. You know what I'm saying? And it's different when you leave City College. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm
oh
outta
no,
here.
this was like a dream. Like there's a campus and there's a yard.
How do you
and
tell your
people
parents that you? Do you tell them by your grades, or do you
Definitely.
tell
Well,
them?
I didn't even want to go, so I'm like, if I have to go, I'm gonna have a good time.
I heard that.
I'm gonna feel
Was
my
that your first
therapist.
time away from home?
Well, I went to sleepaway camp. Yes, my parents are very like short leash, but like still let me grow like as a human being. But the first time I got an opportunity to fill like a water bottle with liquor and like walk around and just smoke weed and do nothing and eat cheesesteaks all day, I just took it.
I heard that.
And I would do it again.
And you say parents. That's mom and dad, huh?
Yeah, I love my parents.
Yes, I love that. Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
together?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love
They
that.
are
I
nice.
always
Thank
said parent
That's
myself.
awesome.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I get. Oh, don't worry about it, please.
Still powerful, still beautiful.
Yeah. She was dynamite. Best believe that. Yeah. And once I left West LA City College, you know what I'm saying? I
Great school, by the way.
yeah, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Just jumped
Very.
on, just jumped on the road. You know what I'm saying? Started to live life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? After leaving West LA City College. You ever heard of that one? Prestigious. Right on
Prestigious.
Overland.
Yes.
Over near Overland and Jefferson.
No,
Roll
but-
by there one day.
Okay.
When you go by, just remember like, oh man, Big went here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down right
yeah,
there.
yeah. And they really happy because if you go on the campus, they have an actual sign up there.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, it says West LA City College. It doesn't say
Oh, I was
me.
about to say, they my high school has a Hall of Fame that I want to get into.
Oh, you're gonna
You're not
get
there
in.
yet?
No, wait.
They're tripping.
Do you have to apply?
Who's in it?
No, my
Right.
first
Yeah.
ass called last year, and I was just like, listen, or like 3 years ago, and I was like,
Excuse me.
So, I know you guys are under like new management or whatever.
Who's in your school's Hall
Yeah.
of Fame?
Yeah.
Lauren Hill,
Ooh.
Robert
Okay.
Verdi,
Oh, they went there?
Elizabeth Schuler, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Everyone went to my
Lauren.
high school.
You coulda stopped at
So
Lauren. That's hella.
random.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I
get there.
think AJ and
Hell
Free
yeah.
went to my high school too, like
Damn.
my middle school or some shit like that. Something crazy.
Are you in the middle school Hall of Fame?
I don't even know if I can get in there because you get real thick.
Sorry about that.
You get real thick.
Yeah.
They
Sorry
don't know
about that.
nothing.
Yeah, but it'll be greater later. Wise they're gonna be like, oh, can we put you
They're
in?
gonna be begging you.
Yeah, you're gonna be. And then when they hit you up to be in, it be like, I don't even want to be in that. And they call them back like, yeah, no, do that.
pressed.
You're on
Hell
your
yeah.
phone. Who did
Like, because when I went to school called Culver City High School, right?
Hey,
And,
cool.
well, I went to a few of them, but that was my last one. And going there was like, oh, but then once I got out and the radio thing started happening, then that's when they embraced me. Like, oh, Big Boy went here, like now, and then they would invite the school that they kept trying to get me out of. Now they invite me back.
Wow.
Homecomings and everything. So when you
Wow.
go there, and I know you're a beautiful individual and you sing cool as hell, go there stuck up.
Oh, yes.
Go there.
Stand up high.
Yeah, stand up high and just
Queen.
tell them like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to touch nothing, and then tell them like the school look more small. Melissa looks smaller now. Like, oh my God, is this where I
Tell them
went?
they look bigger.
Yeah. Then you see one teacher that you really didn't like, oh my God, you look so old. I didn't even recognize you. I'm just gonna give you all these jewels,
all these jewels. Don't regret it.
Those are throwaway. You can have those. Sister. You can have those.
Going back to the album, you dropped A Love Galore with Travis Scott. What else can we expect? And I love Drew Barrymore, by the way.
Thank you.
What else is going to be on this album? Any more features?
I don't know.
You know.
You do know. Why stop lying?
The album is pretty much
No,
done.
you just told us.
It ain't over till it's over.
Oh, now you Lenny Kravitz, huh?
I'm just saying, until the pre-order is up, it ain't over.
But from what you know right now, are there any features on it?
Give us one more.
Dude, she sound like she in court.
Right.
Plead the fifth.
She want to plead the fifth for everything.
To the best of my knowledge.
It's someone that we all know and love very much.
Is it Beyonce? Because you have writing credits for Beyonce and Rihanna.
Bruh. I love Beyonce.
She on your album?
I had to close my eyes, just like
I know, I saw y'all. Like, we should close our eyes. We should have left.
I love her. She's amazing. I've never even got to say like out loud in front of her.
Have you ever met Beyonce?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that experience like?
Like
I need to
this,
live
but
through
in
you at this
person.
moment. Go.
It was just really like. First of all, she looks you like dead in the eyes, which is also kind of like stop looking at me.
Right, yeah.
but it's also like, oh my god, like your eyes are just like pools of brown wonderness. It's just like she's just super beautiful, like in here, and like her inner state like radiates on the outside.
Chance,
It's really powerful.
when Chance met her, he said that she smelled like strawberries. Did she smell like strawberries to you? Or
I was far too stunned to remember anything besides of like what her pupils and like her irises look like. I'm like, wow. It was just I know what she felt like. It was just like a very warm like breeze, just kind of like a hello. Like it's so interesting. It's very like
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a wave.
Well, I mean, we get that for those of us who know Beyonce.
Tell her, babe. Tell her.
No, but I think people get that over the TV, and I think when I was younger, like I'm very stubborn. Like when I was younger, I don't really understand a lot of things I don't relate to.
Right.
But I didn't really see myself as like a shiny girl. Like I couldn't relate. She's so beautiful.
She
and so
is.
like goddess like. And then when
She
I was
is.
younger, my parents like, you know, Lauryn Hill's from my town, so it was like the people that my parents had me focusing on. It wasn't that. But now that I'm older. And it's like crazy. I wish I could prove it and bottle it and like videotape it so people really knew. Like
I know what it's
she's
like.
exactly the way you think she is. She's everything you think she is.
She really like glows in person.
Like the
met her?
and more.
I didn't meet her. I literally
So
have
why
never.
are you playing like you
I've
met
seen
her?
her.
Oh my God.
If
No,
you've
but
seen her,
I've seen her in
You didn't even
person.
meet her.
But I've
if you've
seen
seen
her
We're
in
the only ones
person.
that know her in here.
I saw her in
Oh my
person, so I know what
God.
she's talking about.
You
I felt it.
If you've seen it on TV,
it's the only person I've ever been starstruck
It's just
by.
the way it feels. That I will say
Oh
the
my
way she
God.
She
feels on
literally
TV.
glows.
I can't
Did-
stop.
Is this one? Whose is this one?
Did she
Somebody
person-
can have my subscription to this bullshit.
No.
I felt her.
No,
oh my
big-
God.
I'm so serious. I've never been starstruck before, and I really
No, that-
wasn't ever truly like a hardcore Beyonce fan.
Yeah,
and I happened to be
same.
in Vegas, and I was starstruck.
and
I was
she
like,
was at the
she's so
Mirage or
beautiful.
whatever,
She
and
was
she
at
walked on
Excess.
water, right?
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah,
She was
okay.
glowing.
So now
She was
she's
flying.
Jesus? You're comparing her to Jesus?
She
They
is
say God is
beautiful.
like-
I'm just
She
really,
was taking
she
water,
really
turning it
is.
into wine and everything.
Wow.
I'm assuming.
Beyonce
I've
is
definitely
everything.
seen the water
Shout out
and
to
the wine.
Ciroc for turning water into wine.
See, this is why I'm afraid to like meet Beyonce one day because I really
It's
hope it
gonna
is that
happen.
experience. I don't want it to be
It
one of
is.
those.
No, it's
like,
gonna be.
No. Everyone
You
on my
haven't
bucket list.
met her. What are you
Yes,
I've
you have.
seen her.
Yes, you have.
It's like I
Yes, you
did.
have.
What are you
You
talking
have
saw
about?
her in person,
What's
so I
crazy
know
is
what
he
she's
knows-
talking about.
He knows exactly what we talking about.
I didn't
No,
have
I
to say hi.
don't.
My name is Ida.
I
still
probably know
felt
Beyonce
it.
better than anyone in this room.
You
don't
do.
think
She's sitting here
Magical?
talking about, I know, but you haven't met her.
But I still felt that glow in person. I saw her. I don't need
Where were
to
you
say hi.
at? At a concert with 18,000
She
people?
was no. It
That
was at an
glow
after
strong.
party.
Hell yeah.
That glow strong.
It was at an after
She blowing like a
party.
mug over there. Oh my God.
Whatever.
This whole conversation is about Beyonce.
Beyonce.
by the way. I love that we're talking about
That's what
Beyonce.
Wait, I don't even know.
my
I dressed up for her Halloween one
Good
year.
morning. I just
Yeah.
Did Beyonce reach out to you for Ivy Park?
I don't know. Yes and no. Like I didn't get like a phone call like with her voice.
Does
on it.
Beyonce, does she shit?
I don't think so.
Is it golden?
personally.
Is it golden when it comes out?
Personally, but there isn't proof. But I
She lay eggs. Like,
I believe it's more she just
Does
kind
she
of like
levitate?
evaporate all toxins. Like
She's amazing.
leave her field, her energy field.
Let me tell you what's great about that.
I love that.
SZA, at some point, if not right now, somebody gonna think the same thing about you.
That's so true.
No, because let me tell you, when your name came across for an interview, she was on it.
I was tripping out. I was like,
Have y'all met each other before today?
I met her once before.
Once or
She probably don't
twice.
remember me. I met
do.
her
And she was radiant and she was glowing. And,
at the
She was
Nickerson.
radiant.
right, you
She
remember?
was sweet. I do. She
Hold
was
on,
super
stop.
Sweet.
Where did you meet her at? No. Okay.
It was at the Nickersons for the TDE.
Of course, that's easy because you heard her say it under her breath.
She's like,
I've only met her like once or twice.
You weren't even sure. You was like, at the tour drive-by shooting of a video. She was just having shit run on. She was absoling, just going straight through shit.
I appreciate it.
She was like at a flock of seagulls concert.
I remember faces and like better than anybody. I feel like I can meet someone once.
You're like a visual person.
Yeah, I remember the first time I even saw you, and I remember the first time you lost weight, and I was like, "Oh my God, Mama,
Where did you see me
look
for the first time? She's like, "Oh my God, he's still alive."
Yo, it's crazy.
You don't
look
my
any
billboard like he's
different.
gonna fall.
It's so crazy. You don't look any different. When it was some sort of like show, like a show, like a variety show of some sort. And then, but not a variety show.
And you were on it?
No. I just saw you on TV. Like I was young.
Crazy.
You're like a staple, like in my life.
You know,
and everybody's
Trip
life,
Absol said like you never get used to somebody saying that, but it like he was like, man, I met you before and backstage, and it's crazy that people could timestamp that and it meant something to them.
Yes.
Of course, you went through mine quicker than you did the Beyonce thing. The Beyonce shit was like over the top. but I'll take that little funky ass I saw you on some variety show.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I'll take that. It was like some variety show. Like,
No, it was on TV. No, I was like
on
8.
TV.
I was
like,
very, very small, but I remembered how bright, like, and how funny and like how jolly you were.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And then when he lost all his weight, I was like, he's still bright and jolly. That's so interesting. I'm excited.
He's not as jolly, brother.
No.
Still kind of bright.
Being young, and I was like, oh,
Like, look at him
wow.
up there, mama wanted to try to live.
No.
Like,
As a young person, like, I used to be 200 pounds. So
Stop it.
No, I shall not.
Well, keep going then.
I was literally,
Sorry about trying to stop you. You were
I shan't. I simply
200
cannot.
pounds?
yeah.
How old were you when you were 200 pounds?
This is like 5-6 years ago, not even that long ago.
Really, though?
Yeah, it was just like
Now,
I
200 pounds in real life, or like when
no,
you
like
woke
as
up
in
and
like
dream
I
and all
went.
that?
No, like as in I really didn't know how much I weighed until I got sick and went to the hospital for a completely unrelated reason, and they weighed me, and my mother thought they were lying, and I thought they were lying too. I was like, wait.
You must have like a heavy ass foot or something. 'cause-
I think I'm just really heavy in general. Like I'm really solid, and I think
all that hair.
wait.
But you said you were dancing and gymnastics and
And I
everything.
stopped. And I stopped. And then I just, but when you do that and you have like all this muscle mass underneath, and then you're like double cheeseburgering it with like bacon and extra cheese
Ain't that
and
the
a
best?
cheese fry.
So was it kind of
Hey.
hello? I see you.
I love food.
So do I. I can tell why she started doing the Big Mac filet fish, quarter pound of French fries. Now, do you eat beef?
Okay, so I did until very recently.
Because
So I stopped. I was like raw vegan for like a year when I first started like getting into my like healthy thing. But then I was like really thin and really hungry and really just like irritated. Like,
a lot, yeah.
It was just like it was
so hangry.
crazy. I was hateful.
Is this where we're gonna stop? Because they don't have nothing I can eat here.
Yeah,
They do.
exactly. I'm
Uh-oh.
just like but when I started eating red meat again, because my dad had a heart attack and they told him to start eating for his blood type, and he started eating paleo, so it was like
no
meat,
starches, meat,
right.
fruits, veggies. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And then we have the same blood type, so I was like, I want to try this, and I started trying it. And I kind of loved it, but which meant that I could eat red meat, but it still didn't agree with me. Like it kind of just like it was like a brick, like it just sit there, it don't go nowhere. Same thing with white rice. Like I could eat dairy, white rice, gluten, fruit, but I probably wouldn't feel very well.
Right.
So how did you lose the weight? Just over
Learning
time?
my body.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think God is funny. He knows I'm hard-headed, so he gives me offers I can't refuse. So it's like either you do this or you die.
Right,
It's
right,
like,
yeah. Let me see here.
Right, get into these vegetables, get into this. I'm just like, no, I think I'll wait a little. Deathbed, like
Right,
just get into
yeah. So when you say you went to the hospital, you were sick. Was it something was it something serious?
Yeah, it was crazy. So I had salmonella that went systemic, so it infected my other organs.
Wow.
Because I already had a weak stomach, weak organs from like abusing my body and just like wilding out. And I have stomach issues that are hereditary. Like my sister had like, I can't even tell her business on the radio, but like her tummy, she had to have crazy surgery, like diverticulitis, like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Anyway, I went to the hospital for this like acute stomach ache that I thought I had and like chest pain, and they were like, you're having a minor heart attack and you need to stay here.
Oh, wow.
And I was just
No.
like, apparently my heart is like a weak point or something that was going on, and I think the sickness from all my organs. I didn't even know. I thought I had a cold. Like I had a fever. I was in the bed. Like I didn't want to go anywhere. And my dad finally was just like, we're going to the hospital today. And then they told me everything. Huh? And after that, my stomach had never been the same after the salmonella. Because like it really starts in your stomach and just like spreads everywhere else. So my stomach, I just couldn't digest things the same. Like I couldn't understand it. I developed a crazy gluten allergy.
Damn.
A dairy allergy. Like, and not even just like a little, I had a slight one before, but it's just like immediate, like
man,
violent.
Let me call
now.
Top, tell them that we done.
Man.
No, now I'm good. I'm on track.
You sure? Oh, okay.
yeah,
I'm about to say, man, you inherited some
No.
problems.
But I was saying that's
Even
they
Punch
took the choice.
What did Tristan's policy do?
I feel fantastic now.
She didn't tell me that when I brought her to the team.
But really, no one should be eating dairy and gluten and sugar. So God just removed the option for me, and I appreciate that.
I heard that.
The political climate is so crazy right now, SZA, and being that you were raised Orthodox Muslim, how did that make you feel when you first heard of Trump's Muslim ban?
At first I thought it was a joke, genuinely, because I was like, what? You can't do that. Or no one's going to let him do that. And then everyone let him do that. And I was like, what? And I keep wondering, like, when is common sense going to kick in for anyone?
Yeah,
but
man.
I also feel like it reminded me of, like, you know, after 9/11 and, like, being in school and kids being, like, you know, scared and ignorant and, like, kids and really cruel and trying to snatch my hijab off and talking crazy and families are sad and people are getting disrespected. Then, you know, you start to watch the stigma with Islam, like the negative stigma just grow and morph and just like snowball. And it's just like, what? Like, how did all of you even find time to bandwagon this? Like, what's going on? So it was all just lots of misinformation, it was just really sad because I was seeing a lot of, I know what it's like to be at school and feel like you honestly just want to be liked and just like want to be a kid.
Right.
Now they're judging you for things that are just like way beyond your comprehension or just like even their comprehension. Now it's just like a different energy and like it's weird. Like I know it comes with shame and like it's just difficult. And I want to say to any of those kids, like either like this stuff doesn't last forever.
Right.
And kids recognize that they're ignorant. They recognize that they're wrong. And even if they don't, you'll recognize that you will be okay and that I don't even know. It's just like it gets better from here. I wish that someone had told me then because I was just like, what? Like, why are kids like trying to like jump me based off of like what I believe in like religiously or like, but then like other things attached to that, but they're also just kids. Like, and that's why I think these choices that adults are making right now like are very important. They're very important. Some of them are dangerous. Some of them are, but everything counts right now. So it's like we can only give attention to the things that we want to grow, whether it's, and that's just period. So even if I'm upset about the Muslim ban, like all I can do is support the children and the people that are experiencing this discrimination and this painfulness. Like I'm not going to waste my time complaining about a nigga that we all know is not important. Right. Like that's out of control. Like it's not for debate. It's not even for discussion. He's out of control and that's fine. What are we going to do and how do we feel? Like who are we going to be as people? Like how are we going to love each other? How are we going to learn each other? How are we going to
What are we going to focus on?
Exactly.
Like, exactly. Big Boy Neighborhood SZA, definitely want to thank you for coming into the neighborhood and hanging out with us. When the album finally drops, you got to come back. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to.
All right. Remember you said that. I've been
not
here.
As scary as I thought.
Oh, really though? What? Now, what do you mean? What do you mean you thought it was gonna be scary?
I don't know. It's just like I'm on camera. There's this, and just like my face is like in the microphone. It's just like a lot.
No, it's all gravy. And you got to think, man. If I could stand here looking like this, anybody can come in looking anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be like, man, if that dude is brave enough.
She just called you beautiful.
I said, what now?
She just called you beautiful.
She had her eyes closed.
No,
Yeah.
they were open.
You're beautiful. Your skin is radiant.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you feel that?
Again.
It's glowing.
Okay,
Full
yeah.
circle again.
Why don't you tell me that I'm a white man with a big ass? If you're gonna be lying, just do all the lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hell it is. Well, here I am sitting up here thinking that we having a great
Wait, can I ask
conversation.
you a random question? How did you lose all that weight? Your skin
know
is
what?
really clear too. Like you
Years
have
ago,
the
well,
healthiest.
you probably need to put your glasses on too. We'll talk about that later. I got gastric bypass like almost 14 years ago.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about that, and I was like,
No, that
my
is
sister
the
wanted
totally last thing you do. And for one, if you're 200 pounds like you said you were, no. You know what I'm saying? Like I was severe, but see, you don't get it from being lazy. Because if you're lazy now, you're gonna be lazy after the surgery. Like it's not an end all.
Yeah.
It's kind of a boost, or it's a head start, or it's a kick in the ass, or it's a, like with me, I was severe morbid obese. I was over 500 pounds. So for me, it was life-saving. But then even after the surgery, it's not like they bypass your brain. You still have to exercise. You still have to make sure that you're conscious of what you're eating. And that, SZA, that took me years to just learn, like how you say you learned your body. Like even now, I'm still learning my body. Like, okay, I can't eat this. There's water retention. This.
Yes.
So it took me years, because at first you think you can beat the surgery. Like, oh, I can, I'm bypassed. I can eat this. I can eat that. And it's like, stop it. No, you can't. So you learn as you're really on the job of life. Like you learn. So now I'm just in a position where I'm like, okay, I can't eat that. Okay, I can taste that. But then if I know I'm getting too far out, I reel myself back.
Yes, to reel yourself back.
Yeah, you got
do
to.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Show
even
you
on
right.
board, so I'll be doing that too.
I love to eat.
Go ahead now. Yeah. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, hell, it wasn't like, I still love food. I love to cook, I don't eat some of the stuff I used to eat, but I throw down.
Change of lifestyle.
I have to.
Yeah.
Change of lifestyle.
Yeah, change your lifestyle. Well, thank you for coming in. You know
Thank
what I'm
you
saying?
for having
No,
me.
I
That's
appreciate
super
you coming in.
inspirational, by the way.
And make sure that you come and see us again.
Yes.
All righty, because I remember first albums and first singles of people that's come in and they don't come by as much
No,
or anymore.
I'm coming. I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's
get
the
the big
same thing
boy,
she
too.
said. She was in the group first,
Yeah.
and even when she went solo, that's the same thing.
Don't make it to
she
your
said.
school Hall of
talking
Fame
about
and
the
then
goddess?
never come back over here.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the goddess?
I think we all.
Who, Irene from Goddess Body? My sister? No.
Okay, I thought-
Oh, you talking about the one that levitates?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All righty, we'll leave it there. Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Take Ida with you. 'Cause
I'll go with you.
All right,
on
but no,
tour.
thank you, my love, and we'll see you soon, God willing.
Thank you.
SZA in the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big Boy.
neighborhood.